Pop K.
Hello there, sir. How are you?
I'm all right, mate.
Yeah, you do. I'm basically a naturalist. So yeah, I just came across your channel a couple of days ago,
Oh,
and yeah,
nice.
thought it was interesting some of the stuff you're saying, but I didn't really see you guys address the mostly just talking to Christians. I didn't see much talk with atheists. So yeah, I just thought let me just come on here and
Uh, uh,
see if I can
uh,
find out more.
I demolish atheists and Christians, both of you.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
just stick to Christians. It depends.
Oh,
Look, the two people protesting against Islam, against Muslims, trying to convert them from Islam to whatever their beliefs are atheists and Christians.
yep.
So you two are my target.
Oh, okay. All right. So, what's like your issue with atheism or naturalism?
I think it's a nonsense position. I think it's an absurd position, to be honest.
Oh, okay. So, like, how do you find it absurd?
You don't believe in free will.
Free will. I,
Yeah.
but I think there could be a naturalistic account. I can't give one of free will, but I think there could potentially be a naturalistic account for how we have free will, or how we can account for morality and other stuff.
What are you talking about, mate? You don't even believe in free will, mate. You don't believe free will
Yeah,
exists. You don't believe people have choice. You believe everyone's a product of their environment and they can have no choices in their actions. That's your position.
that's not true. Many atheistic philosophers are compatibilists. So.
Well, no, because the presuppositions of naturalism is hard determinism and nihilism. What are you talking about, mate?
Actually, no, because
I'm sorry.
quantum,
I'm
uh,
sorry.
you can have indeterministic probabilities with stuff like quantum mechanics and stuff like that.
No, as an atheist,
You can.
as a naturalist, you believe everything is determined. There's no choice.
No, no.
This is it. Like you need to catch up with some of your foremost atheist philosophers. You need to read a book by Alice Rosenberg, Atheist Guide to Reality, and to what your position should be, because you don't know. That's the point. You see, it's very easy to say, well, "I'm an atheist," and it's just lack of belief in God. That's not true. You
I
when
don't
you say
believe
like,
the lack of belief in God.
it's
I,
not a lack of belief in
I,
God.
I believe atheism is the claim that there's no gods.
There's two. Yeah, so atheism is saying there's not. Can you prove that?
Can I prove there's no God?
Yes.
No, but I
Huh?
can give I can give a reason why. I can give
Okay.
reasons why.
Okay. Give me a reason why there's no God.
No, I was about to say we can give reasons as to how a universe can come about on a naturalistic uh, explanation. So,
Go on.
for
Go on
example,
then. Go on then.
uh,
Tell me. Tell me. Tell me.
uh, so for example, if you're a theist or if you believe in God, you believe God is a
Don't
yeah.
worry about me. Don't worry about me. You tell me
Oh,
your
okay,
position.
okay. So under naturalism, you could just state that there was an initial state of the universe, and that was just a necessary fact.
Do you have
And
evidence
from
for that?
there,
Do you have evidence for that?
huh?
Do you have
Do I
evidence
have,
for what you're saying?
no, but it's just the same as what uh, uh, theists claim that there's a God. They don't have any
Stop banging
evidence.
on about me. I'm not interested in what I believe. I'm interested in what you believe. So
I'm just
you've
saying.
made. So I'm trying to
I'm just
understand your position. So tell me your position, and support it. So I want to know why you've come to the conclusion you have. So you can't prove there's
okay.
no God,
Oh,
but
okay.
your proof there's no
Okay.
God is the idea that this universe doesn't need a creator. Yeah, that's your
Okay.
proof.
Okay.
That's your reasoning that this
What?
universe could exist without a
Wait.
creator. Is that your point?
No, no.
That's
What
not
I
your
was
point.
saying. No. What I said was, I as a naturalist can just say of the universe that was naturalistic, and in all possible worlds that can hold. So according to the PSR, necessary truths such as the my initial state of the universe that was naturalistic doesn't need an explanation. The same way as your God doesn't need
So the universe is not contingent.
the universe is not contingent.
Do you believe the universe is
No,
contingent or not contingent?
I'm saying the initial state was not
Do you
contingent.
believe the initial state wasn't contingent?
Yeah,
Why are you saying that?
but but well, I could. I could have I could say it was, but I don't. But I prefer to just say it was necessary, because to say it's contingent
Is the universe necessary?
is the universe necessary?
Mm.
The initial state in my
Why?
mind.
Why was the universe in its initial state necessary?
Because it couldn't have been any other way. The necessary facts don't.
The
necessary
universe
facts don't need-
could have been any. The universe could be any other way.
the initial state, not the universe, because the initial state is.
What do you mean initial state now? What are you talking about the initial state?
So when t equals 0, so before the universe, before time t equals 0, there was an
Right.
initial state of the universe. There was something that existed.
Why did it have to exist?
Yeah.
Why did it have to exist?
Because it was necessary.
Why?
Necessary facts don't require explanations.
Why is it necessary?
Necessary facts don't require explanation.
Well, you have to first determine why it's necessary. Why is it necessary? First determine if the thing is necessary, then does it require an explanation? Why is it necessary?
Do you understand what necessary facts are? They don't require explanations.
You can't just say something's necessary and have no justification of it being necessary. Why is it necessary?
How can you ask me? That's like asking why is 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 4? It's just a necessary fact.
No, it's not. It's just you stating that the universe is necessary. I'm asking why is it necessary?
Because it couldn't have been any other way.
Why could it have been any other way? Thank you.
Do you understand what necessary facts are?
I'm trying to understand why it couldn't have been any other way.
Why couldn't it have been any?
Why couldn't it have been any other way?
Because it couldn't.
Why?
Why? It's like saying, why is 2 plus? Why doesn't 2 plus 2 equal 5?
Why couldn't the universe have been? Why couldn't?
Because I'm claiming it's a necessary fact. So a necessary fact doesn't require explanation.
Okay, but you first have to determine the thing is necessary, isn't it? Why is it necessary?
Do you know what necessary facts are? So necessary facts don't require explanations.
Listen, come back with to the arena. Yeah. My brother Yusuf will be there as well. He can listen to this nonsense.
What do you mean nonsense, sir?
You don't know what you're talking about, mate.
I don't think you do.
Okay, we shall see. We shall see. All right.
You haven't engaged. You haven't engaged with it. You're claiming that you're telling me something that how can I explain something necessary? I can't explain something that's necessary. It just exists. Necessary facts don't require explanations.
Yes, but you have to first determine why this thing is necessary.
Okay, why was God necessary then to you?
Come back to the arena. Don't worry.
No, I'm just asking why was God necessary for you?
Look, you've qualified for the arena.
How qualified?
Well, come back about
what time, sir?
About half an hour. All right.
All right, half an hour. I'll just get some dinner then. All right.
All right. Take care.
See you then.
346 minutes later.
You're gonna enjoy this guy. This guy is gonna drive you bananas.
He's been writing in the chat quite a lot. Like,
Honestly.
Papke, are you an author?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Papke.
Yep. How you guys? You guys all right?
Terrible, to be honest. I mean.
Oh, why? What's wrong with it?
Well, I'm live streaming.
Yeah.
It makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, okay. Fair enough,
I have to hear your drivel all over again.
Aye, Papke, what are you on about?
Oh, I just came across your guys' channel recently, and was just sort of wondered why you guys think atheism is absurd, and I wasn't given any reason. Just he claimed that it was absurd.
Stop lying.
He didn't give me any arguments.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
And then he made a straw.
Okay.
He
One second. Don't talk crap. You try to argue.
Let me talk. He made a straw man of
You tried
atheism.
to argue.
And
No,
he
I'm not going
said,
to straw man you. I'm going to repeat what you said in the warm up. So don't act like you didn't say this. You came up with the same nonsense, right? And I told you, you made the claim, that
yeah.
the universe is necessary.
I never said
And
it's necessary. I said
yes, you did. You said it was. You said in its initial form. Okay, this is what you said. In its initial form, it was necessary. And when I asked you why you believe that, you said necessary things don't need an explanation.
Yeah,
Is that
correct.
what you said?
Yeah.
So am I straw manning you, or am I quoting you verbatim?
But that's not nonsense. That's a fact. Necessary facts don't require explanation.
I would agree that statement is nonsense, but
Yusuf, come back, son. This is for you.
Hello. Okay.
So you heard what he said, yeah?
No, I didn't.
So he's basically saying that before the universe big banged, its initial state, that state was a necessary existence.
Why?
And when you ask him why, he says necessary things don't require an explanation. So
that's not how it. No, that's not what we're asking.
So
why that thing?
I'm going to let you go, Yusuf. Go.
Okay. So we're asking why that thing is the necessary existence. We're not asking for an explanation. It's just what makes you think that is.
Okay. Because its properties allows it to be necessary.
All right. What properties are these?
Well,
what is it you're saying is necessary? By the way, the
singularity before the Big Bang.
But what is that though? What is the singular? Because the singularity isn't a thing. The singularity is pointing out that there's something beyond our comprehension before that. So for example, if there's another singularity coming up, like a technological singularity.
Yep.
With what we're saying when we mention this is that technological advancements could get to a point where we can't even comprehend what's going to happen after the singularity. Pointing out that there is a singularity is to talk about a horizon beyond which we cannot see. So you're mentioning the singularity as being the necessary being. Number one, misunderstands what a singularity is. And number two, doesn't rule out God.
Yes, it does, because I said that's what that exists, that initial state of reality.
What is that? You're talking in very vague terms that can encompass a God.
No, it doesn't. Initial
Can
state.
the universe be God then if it's necessary?
No, I don't believe in Spinoza.
What are the properties of the universe that you think make it necessary?
No. He's not saying the universe is God. He's saying there is a singularity.
No, I get that. But if he's saying that the universe is necessary, I want to know
he's not
those
saying that. He's not. No. He's not saying that.
Is he saying necessary things can change? Do you believe necessary things can change, Pop?
No.
No, one sec. Don't.
They can't change.
Let me focus.
No, they can't change.
Right. Wait, one sec. So,
I'm not following his point then.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get into to clarify, because he's making a vague statement as if it sort of negates the concept of God. So you've got this singularity, yeah? And after the singularity, everything comes into existence.
Yep.
And then you said you don't believe in Spinoza's God, so that you're not saying that the universe is the necessary thing. You're saying there is a distinct thing from the universe which is necessary.
Yep, the initial state.
Right, the initial state. What do you mean? Is the initial state the universe, or is the initial state the state that the universe was in before the singularity?
Basically, before time equals zero. That's the initial state.
But there is no before time equals zero. That's
I'm
the whole
just
point
talking
of time equals zero.
I'm talking t equals zero. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That.
So at t equals zero.
Yeah.
The universe that was, as the universe was at t equals zero. Are you saying t equals zero? That is the universe?
No, I'm saying that's the initial state.
Right.
Of the universe.
So at t equals zero, you've got the quote unquote initial state, and then at t equals 1, you've got the initial state plus the universe,
No,
or does the initial state
no.
cease to be, and then you
Yeah,
now have a new thing, which is
yeah,
the
the
universe?
universe begins to exist, and then you have many sort of different ways the world could have been.
No, don't
But,
worry about that.
but
Not on about possibilities. I just want you
oh,
to
okay.
clarify your position as to
Yeah,
what is this thing at t equals 0. Is it that
yeah,
t equals 0,
yeah,
you've got a thing, which you're
yeah,
calling the initial state, and then at
yeah,
t equals 1, you've got this
yeah,
thing plus another thing, that is the universe? Or are you saying
yeah,
the thing that was at t equals 0,
yeah,
when it gets to t equals 1,
yeah.
does t equals 0 become t equals 1? Or is there now two things that are distinct?
No, there's only one. The so so the so the initial state causes t equals 1.
Yeah, but does the
So
initial
that's the
state
initial
continue
state.
to exist?
Does the initial state continue to exist? Oh, okay, okay, I get what you mean now. Does it? I can't give an answer on that.
Well, you
Because
have to give an answer.
no, you have to. Because the thing is there's two ways this can go about. Either you're talking about the initial state as if it
Yeah,
is a set of conditions, and
yeah,
then at t equals 1, the universe comes about because of this.
yeah,
Yeah, which is to say that the initial state transforms into the universe, which is a Spinozan kind of thing. You've got this thing that has
yeah,
changed into the universe. But you said before that the necessary thing, quote unquote, as
yeah,
you're putting it, can't change. So if it can't change and the universe comes about after t equals 0, then
yeah,
it necessitates from what you're saying, there are two things. There's the necessary thing, and then there's
yeah,
creation.
yeah. But as I said, I can't give give a definite answer onto whether the that necessary thing is it still exists.
Okay, okay. No, but if it's necessary, then it has to exist, bro. If it doesn't exist now, it's not necessary, is
Yeah,
it? The whole point of a necessary thing is its
yeah,
non-existence is
It's
impossible.
impossible.
That otherwise, it's not a necessary thing.
yeah.
I,
I
I don't
understand what
think you
you mean.
know. I think right, I'm going to be honest. If that little point has gone over your head already,
Yeah.
and that you've made that little slip where you're like, I don't know if the necessary, like you don't know what you're. How long have you been looking into this subject? Just out of
Just
interest.
uh since I started college, so
How old are you, Pop?
16.
Oh, bloody hell!
Oh,
Right,
for God's sake.
you sound British Asian. Am I correct?
You started college at
Mm.
16. Is that what
Yeah,
you guys
no.
do? Is
In
that what
the
you guys do?
UK, college isn't. Yeah, one sec, one sec. College isn't university. In the UK, we have high school education finishes at 16, and then college education is the A levels. It's like pre-university. That's from 16 to 18, and then you'll go to university with your A levels at the age of 18. So,
Yeah,
what I'm going to suggest, Pop, what
yeah,
your little philosophy is at the moment, it just sounds a bit confused. Yeah, it
yeah,
doesn't necessitate atheism. What you're saying is that there is a thing that's necessary that's distinct from the universe. Yeah, this is what we say. There's an entity which is eternal. Its
yeah,
non-existence is impossible. Yeah,
yeah,
it's always been. It always will be. Yeah, and that it is
yeah.
the source of all power. Everything that exists now is dependent upon it.
Okay.
Yeah, all of these things are compatible with theism. You're just
Yeah,
describing certain attributes that we don't give to Allah, that Allah has revealed are of Himself. Yeah, we say Allah is the ever living. He always has. He always will be. We say He is the self-subsisting, the independent. Nothing. No, He doesn't depend upon anything for His existence. He exists necessarily. Yeah.
yeah.
Everything that comes into existence depends upon Him. Yeah.
Okay. I understand.
What you said so far is
Yeah,
not incompatible with that.
yeah, but I'm saying it's naturalistic, not supernatural.
Right? What do you mean by natural?
So natural, I think there's a clear distinction. Naturals are quarks, electron, protons, and so on, and supernatural is is something
Is
that's
not that.
non-natural.
Okay, so by your own definition, so I'm going to pull up.
Yeah.
Hamza, can you pull? I'm going to send you a link, or can you Google it because it'll make it easier because I'm on my phone. Can you Google CERN, the early state of the universe, and can you bring that article
Yusuf,
up?
do you not think 16 is too young, bro?
Honestly, it's just to give him something to think about and food
I
for
always
thought.
thought I always thought 18 was like the cutoff age for you, Hamza. No?
It is. 16 is
Okay, let me give him this article to read and then to go away because there's a point here that I just want to conclude on, and then we can wrap up. But if you want, read this article. So you just said natural is linked to the basic fundamental building blocks of the universe, and you mentioned quarks, and you mentioned so on and so forth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Search CERN, the early state of the universe. I'll try it. Let's see who can beat me to it. CERN, the early state of the universe.
You know, Yusuf, I was just gonna have him read the Divine Reality and just move on.
No, because this is just a simple point, and then he can read the Divine Reality as well.
You need to read a book about nihilism. Do you know any books about nihilism, Yusuf?
The Divine Reality, from what I know, does address nihilism, to an extent at least, from what I remember.
No, Yusuf knows a really good book about nihilism. What's it called, mate?
Hamza, I'm going to put a link in the back chat, and can you then bring this link up? Right. So you said, yeah, that natural things are made up of quarks. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I think that's the definition of natural.
Okay. Right. So if the thing that gave rise to the universe isn't made up of quarks, then it's not natural by your definition. Correct?
No, because I believe it was naturalistic.
No, but you just made a definition of natural things are things made up of quarks.
Yeah.
Right. So if the thing that began the universe, that is responsible for the universe, isn't made up of quarks, the quarks, if quarks, for example, have a beginning.
Wait, quacks like what ducks do, or quarks?
No, quarks, whatever you want to say.
I'm giving you a hard time.
Right, zoom in, go down to the origins.
Yeah.
Right, so read this. In the first moments after the Big Bang. One second. Let me make a point, and then you can say what you need to say. In the first moments after the Big Bang, the universe was extremely hot and dense. As the universe cooled, conditions became just right to give rise to the building blocks of matter, the quarks and electrons of which we are all made. So quarks are not fundamental to the universe. The Big Bang happened, the cooling occurred, and then the conditions became right for quarks to come into existence. So the necessary existence isn't quarks. It's got nothing to do with it. So whatever the necessary existence is, by your own definition, it would be supernatural.
No, it wouldn't. It's still naturalistic.
No, because you just said what natural is things made up of quarks, etc.
So do you accept quarks? 1 second, pop. Just 1 second. Do you accept quarks are not necessary?
Are not necessary.
Mm.
I don't believe. Yes, I don't believe they're necessary.
They're not necessary.
No.
Okay, so then the necessary thing is supernatural. By your own definition. I asked you what natural was, and you said it's natural if it's made up of quarks and things like that. Things made up of quarks. Did you not say that? You said.
Listen, I don't want to bully a 16-year-old, but Pop.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to get.
No. I'm not saying that I'm bullying him. But Pop, did you know that information that you've just heard or not? Pop.
Maybe he's not gone. I don't know. But
Hello?
Pop, go on.
Did you know? Was you aware of that information that you've just been taught?
Was I aware?
Was you aware that quarks haven't always existed?
Yes, I know that, but I'm saying the initial.
You're aware of
state.
that. You were aware of that.
Yes, I am aware. Those are
All right.
natural.
So what was
I
this
said those
universe
are
made
natural.
of? What was this universe made of? This necessary thing.
This necessary thing. I said
Yeah,
it
what
has
was it
natural
made
properties.
of? What was this universe made of? Yes.
Yeah, it has natural properties that gave
What are these
rise to those.
properties? What are these properties?
What are these properties?
Yeah, because quarks came into existence after the transition. What was it made of before that?
What was it made of? I said I already said I can't give a definite answer because we can't
Right.
look
So then, but this
that
is the
far
thing.
back.
How is it? How can if you
We
can't
can't look
answer?
that far back. We
What
can't look that far back anyway.
exactly. So what we can
You can't
say.
even look. You can't look past the plankton.
What?
Okay, one second. But then, how can you be sure that it's
Yeah.
naturalistic? Because you're saying that with certainty. You're saying no, it is. And your definition of natural, when I asked you, was related to quarks. But quarks have a beginning, so it follows that like this thing is not quote unquote natural by your own definition. You can't just once you've made a definition of natural, and I've shown you that the early state or whatever it is that you want to call it that gave rise to everything is not made up of the things that you said are necessary for it to be called natural, then by your standard, this is not natural, i.e., it is supernatural. Now, if you can't tell me, because you even said, that this thing it has certain properties, but you don't know what them properties are. So then you can't say that it's natural because you're defining natural as having certain properties, but you can't define the properties of this thing. So how are you referring to it? Now, I can tell you there are properties we can make reference to. We can say that it must be the source of all power. If these things that are dependent upon it have any power, then whatever power they got, they must have gotten from the source.
Yeah.
Correct? So we can say this has the attribute of power. The necessary thing that gave rise to everything, it has an attribute of power. It is the source of all power.
Yes.
Yeah. You could say that it has the ability to design, or would you disagree?
I would disagree, but go on.
Okay, so if I was
disagreeing with design.
If I was to pick up a spoon or a fork in the middle of the desert, me and you were just walking about, we stumble upon a fork, I pick it up and I say, this is not designed. This is just random. Some rock hit a rock, some other rock hit another rock, a leaf tickled it, and now it looks like this.
Forks are artifacts.
Right, but we're asked, 1 second, I've not gotten to the point yet. But why is that absurd? What qualities, don't just say, oh, it's an artifact, but what qualities does the fork have? Because it could be something you've never experienced before. It could be some alien device that does some alien thing, and we have no idea, but it has the appearance of design. And I was to say, no, it's random. This alien artifact or this fork is completely random. Rocks hit rocks and trees tickled leaves. And now we have this. What attributes does this thing have that make you say, no, this isn't random, it's designed?
The fork, because it has some inferences.
Oh, it's got design inference.
But what are they?
What is the design inference, Pop?
Of a fork.
No,
what
design.
Quality of anything? What is it when you see something that you go, oh, this thing is designed?
Design inference. What's the design inference? Because you say you can infer design on a fork. What is the criterion to determine design on anything? You're 16. I'm going to bully you. I can't do it. We can't, Yusuf. I have a standard. 16-year-old.
Pop, read. If you go to Sapiens Institute/books, you can get Hamza's book, The Divine Reality, for free. Begin there. The point is, you've got you're a young lad.
Can I recommend a follow-up book to that?
No.
I'm just going to do it. It's called Islam and Nihilism by Yusuf Ponders.
By who?
Yusuf ponders.
Pop, you're a young
it's
lad.
mid,
You've
but
got
you'll enjoy
yourself
it.
really confused with a lot of this stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
You've gone too deep into things, and you're using words sort of inconsistently.
Yeah.
Your own justifications are sort of higgledy-piggledy, and
Yeah.
you've got yourself lost in something,
Yeah.
and your position isn't clear. Not to yourself. The more of question, it should be more apparent to you now as well that you're not really sure what you think.
Oh yeah, I understand now.
Okay. Now your position is not in conflict. Insofar as you're saying this isn't a god and this is natural, that is a conflict. But when I push you on it and I ask you questions about these things, the things that you say about the initial state, quote unquote, it just sounds to me like you're just wanting to use words that the atheists around you might like, or whatever it is. It's not. You're not in a solid position. Yeah, read Hamza's book, The Divine Reality. Reread the Quran, because I got a feeling you're from a Muslim community by your accent.
I'm not Muslim.
No, I'm not saying you're Muslim, but I'm saying you sound
Muslim
British
community.
Asian.
Yeah.
Oh,
You sound British Asian.
I'm not Asian.
You're trying to say he lives in Bradford?
No, I'm just saying, is that like I've
Yeah,
got
he's trying to
lots of
say he lives
friends.
in Bradford.
He might be Palestinian.
Ilham.
Maybe he's Palestinian.
You live in Bradford, Pop?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not saying he lives in
you're
Bradford.
Yorkshire lad, though, aren't you?
No, I
He's
don't.
northern.
I don't live
Oh,
East
Birmingham,
London.
Birmingham.
East London. East London.
No, Birmingham.
But we're just gonna bloody throw down to the map now. Just it doesn't matter. The point is,
Coventry. Okay.
Ah,
Midlands. East Midlands.
no, I was just making based off your accent, you just sound British Asian,
Oh, okay, fair enough.
right? You might not be. I don't. Wait, but whatever it is, yeah. So, honestly, I just think you've got yourself confused. You've gone too deep into a hole, and you've got lost. And I implore you to reconsider, to look at Islam again, objectively, and
My
read
family
the
were never
Quran.
Muslim, and I was.
Say again.
So, my family were never Muslims. So,
What are they, or what were they?
He's English.
Christians and.
So what's their? Are they British?
No, they're not British.
So what are they?
They're Nigerian.
Nigerian.
Nigerian Christians.
I would never have guessed Nigerian.
Oh, why?
I don't know, just the accent. I've got a lot of friends that are like subcontinental, and they've got an accent similar to yours.
Yeah, but he's probably born here, isn't he? 16.
Hold on. Are you from the African side of
my
Nigeria?
friends are born here, but the Asian community in England has a particular twang that's unique to the Asian community. It's not.
No, but do you think a Nigeria is going to start? Is that he's from Lagos or something?
No, but like the Nigerian, the people raised within a Nigerian family in the UK have their own little twang. Like
no,
it's
they
the same
don't.
Like people raised, they do.
No,
people
they
from different
don't.
communities. The Polish have their own twang.
If
you raised by a Polish
the
family,
Nigerian kids here growing up in East London and South London.
Honestly,
they don't speak like, "How are you today? I want a sandwich." They don't speak like that.
I'm not saying that. No, it's not. It's not like overt or obvious. But if you, my cousin.
Anyway, let the poor guy go. Let the poor boy go. You give him some beautiful,
but just
beautiful advice.
reconsider these things and have a look into it. And I think just read the Quran if you've not read it yet, and rethink your position, because you're not an atheist. You believe in a supernatural by your own accord. All right, guy?